Do you want to know some useless Pokemon facts? I would imagine so because, you know, you clicked on the video and that's the title of the video. But anyway, we have a video here from Patterrz. It will be linked in the description. Let's have a look. Let's see some facts, shall we?
For the first fact, you can cut grass in some of the Pokemon games if you just use the cut HM in the grass. Kinda weird, not really useful. I guess you could technically use this if you don't.
I loved doing this back in the day. I was a farmer, or not a farmer. I guess I wouldn't be a very good farmer if I just cut my crops before they were due. I'd be a very terrible farmer, actually, but I used to like just clearing out entire routes of all of their grass. I'm like, yes, I am the grass slayer. And then you leave the route and you come back in and all the grass respawns. It's kind of weird. Grass in Pokemon games is incredibly fast growing.
Don't have a repel, but at the same time, it's gonna take so long to do it because unlike something like Surf, where you just go up to the water, press A, and hop onto your Pokemon like you can in some of the Generation 3 Pokemon games, with the grass, you have to actually go into your menu, select cut, and use it, make it take a very long time if you want to mow down a whole route for some reason.
What do you mean, some reason? I did it because I'm the grass slayer. All right, now I'm gonna make a funny joke about using my cat to cut my grass in. Oh, right, yeah. You wanna cut some gravel instead?
Azurill can change gender when evolving. This one's kind of weird. It's some sort of oversight that has to do with how the gender ratio is calculated between Azurill and Marill. The Hoenn-based games are the only games where your father's actually present, because in every other game, you never see your dad. In the 5th generation games, when you fly to a town, you're placed one step in front of the Pokemon Center's door, instead of being directly in front of the Pokemon's.
Wait, he moved on to another thing. Dude, I was waiting for the Azurill explanation. I was like, dude, Pokemon said trans rights? What's going on? Like, what was the Azurill explanation? Here we go. When a female Azurill evolves into a Marill, there's a 1 in 3 chance that it'll evolve into a male Marill. This can be explained by the fact that their gender rate of Marill is different to that as Azurill, but the PID must remain the same, which is the Pokemon identification number, throughout any legal modification to a Pokemon, including evolution. Okay, that's interesting. That's really weird. So you could like randomly have a female Azurill that then turns into a male Marill. Is that how fishes work? I don't know.
Center like you are in every previous Pokemon game. Flygon, a beloved and strong Dragon-type Pokemon, has the same base attack stat as Trapinch, its base evolution form.
I always thought that was funny. When I first found that out, I was like, shoot, there's no way that's right. That can't be right. I mean, sure, Trapinch is like some super offensive hyper attacker. Yeah, he has 100 attack. It's insane.
From Pokemon Diamond and Pearl all the way up to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, there is an Easter egg that is known as the Diamond Dust, which looks like this sparkly snow. It only appears on special days in each game, such as on January 12th in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum for Junichi Masuda's birthday, New Year's Eve in the 5th generation games, and on your own birthday in X and Y, to name a few. When Poliwag evolves into Poliwhirl,
That's so cute! Oh, Poliwhirl! Wait, I know what he's gonna say. I'm just looking at it right now, I'm looking at these two images. He's gonna say that the Swell, it goes backwards. I didn't pre-watch this. It like flips. The Swell flips, right? Tell me I got this right. Tell me I got this right.
The swirl on its stomach gets flipped. Aggron has a surprisingly wide special moveset consisting of moves like Surf, Thunderbolt, Ice Beam, Flamethrower, and Solar Beam for some reason.
Despite Deep being an absolutely roadkill Pokemon in general, Aggron has such a cool design, and it's a... Come on, guys. Even if you like Aggron, you gotta admit, it's not that good.
Despite only having 60 base special attack, something about riding around in the water on an Aggron just seems hilarious to me.
You can do the same for a Rhydon as well, like an Aggron and a Rhydon, and also like Nidoking, maybe? I can't remember exactly.
Love Disc used to have white cheeks, but from Generation 5 onward, they were changed to be pink. Wailord being able to breed with Skitty is a pretty popular meme, but Wailord can also breed with Darumaka for some reason.
Darumaka? Oh god. That sounds even worse than the Skitty one.
Pokemon Yellow was the first main series Pokemon game that featured Game Boy Color support, except in the Japanese version. The Japanese version of Pokemon Yellow came out a month before the Game Boy Color released in Japan, so if you play your Japanese copy of Pokemon Yellow on a Game Boy Color, it will just have a yellow hue to it, much like how Red and Blue are having a red and blue hue respectively.
Why? Why did they not just delay it? Did they need the money that desperately? They could have just delayed it. They do it all the time. Cyberpunk got delayed 70,000 times. There's no limit.
Speaking of color, every single town in Kanto is named after a color, and this is best displayed in Pokemon Yellow version, except for the Japanese version, of course,
this GIF.
where
It looks
each
so
town's
nice.
color matches the name. The shiny versions of Pokemon have been consistent from Generation 3 onward, but in Gold and Silver, for some reason, many shiny Pokemon like Charizard are noticeably different, and although this isn't technically a main series game, Pokemon Coliseum also has different shiny sprite Pokemon compared to the main series.
Wait, Green Fire looks sick though. And also, yes, you can actually get shinies in Coliseum. It's ridiculously hard because I believe if you get a shiny Shadow and you purify it, it isn't shiny anymore. I don't know if that's exactly accurate, but I think that's right.
Generation 3 games. All Pokemon have their own official color category, but there's some weird inconsistencies to it. For example, Gloom is considered to be a blue Pokemon, although it's more purple if you ask me.
I mean, the lips are, but not really.
While its evolution, Vileplume is considered to be red, despite them both having a very similar color palette.
What? I guess the blooms are the biggest part of it?
Going back to Wailord, Wailord is known as the Float Whale Pokemon. Its mass implies that it's less dense than water and air, which could be why it can learn the move Bounce even though it's a whale.
It's a blimp! An actual blimp!
Bite is a normal type move that stores up power and then unleashes on your foe, but it can hit ghost types in Generation 1. For some reason, it can also do it in Generation 4 too.
That's weird. In Gen 4, they're just like, yeah, whatever, just make it ghost types again, and then take it out again. Hey, jump in and jump out, you know.
Sun and Moon were the first Pokemon games to see an official release in China. Aegislash is the only Pokemon to have its stats changed in Sword and Shield from prior games, with its base stat being lowered from 520 to 500. In the generation,
because it was too strong, they're like, oh god, what have we created with this? Aegislash is really cool though.
In 2 games, if you use Headbutt on a tree in the daytime, a night Pokemon could pop out, but it will be asleep. In the
What? Okay, that's really cool. That's such cool attention to detail. I love stuff like that.
Team Aqua Hideout in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, there's a hidden text box in Shelly's room. If you talk to it, it'll describe a picture of a young Archie with a young Shelly and a Jirachi.
Oh, Jirachi, sorry. When I said Rachi, all I could think of was Rakanai. Because I've been playing a lot of Mass Effect recently. The Mass Effect Legendary Collection came out, so I was like, let's go, boys! And all I could think of was the Rakanai, which is not even somewhat similar to Jirachi.
Some abilities have effects outside of battle, with one of the most notable ones being how Flame Body can help you hatch eggs faster. Now, I'm not sure if this works for every single game, but in Emerald version, though, if you have the Lightning Rod ability, it causes you to get more calls on your Pokénav, which could be pretty annoying.
What? Really?
The Hypercutter ability also has an extra feature where it lets you cut even more grass if you use Cut on the grass with a Poke.
Oh my god! What is that about? Like what the hell? Okay, all right, sure, that's also a thing. And you know what should be a thing is you subscribe to my second channel, which is linked in the description. Hey, you should go ahead and subscribe to it. Why not, man?
Pokemon that has Hypercutter. This is a useless fact about another useless fact, making it double useless, I guess. But at least if you really want to trim down a whole round, you can do it faster with Hypercutter.
The thing about that is, like, someone actually sat down and programmed that. Like, you need to sit down and programming is not easy, right? You have to sit down, I would say, at least a couple of hours just doing that. And why?
In the English versions of Pokemon X and Y, there's this train in the tunnel between Amberette Town and Route 9 that speaks German. I guess this means that Germany canonically exists in the Pokemon world, which is kinda cool.
Alright, hold on. Test my German time. Alright. Mein Pokemon im Pokéball! Und ich so auf der Bank! How was my German? Was it good?
Which is kinda cool. Prior to battling Claire in Pokemon Gold and Silver, if you obtain a Dragon Fang item, Claire will accuse you of cheating. This is because the only way you can get a Dragon Fang in this game is from her after you defeat her. However, you could technically obtain a legitimate one before fighting her if somebody trades you a Pokemon that is holding the Dragon Fang and then you take it off.
Hey, you know, I'm not cheating. I just have friends. Sorry, Claire. Sorry you don't know what that's like to have friends that will give you things. Is that not a concept that you are familiar with? Because honestly, I don't think that you are.
The Psychic type move Future Sight hits every single Pokemon for neutral damage, regardless of weakness or resistance, and can even hit Dark type Pokemon.
That's
in the Generation 3
Future Sight's scary because you forget about it and it hits everything, and it's strong too.
In games, there's a trainer in the Victory Road who has a Lantern that knows Earthquake. Lantern, a pretty cool Pokemon in my opinion, doesn't learn Earthquake. There's a few other instances of this in other Pokemon games too, where a Pokemon learns a move that it shouldn't, or perhaps learns a move at a lower level than it should,
Action
but typically
replay.
that's reserved for more important trainers, so it's kind of weird to see it for some random NPC. Guard
I can't believe that they would cheat like that.
Trump is commonly referenced to be able to fly in some Pokedex entries, but
The
it
only jet that
still
can't
can't
fly.
learn fly despite being released all the way back in Generation 4. They had plenty of opportunities to give it fly, and they just never did. From
But they have time to program Hypercut to cut down more grass.
Generations 3 to 5, the move Extra Sensory does double damage to a Pokemon that used the move Minimize. This was
What?
later on changed, so
Why?
it's unclear as to if this was intended or not, or if it was some sort of oversight.
That's
N's
so
full
weird.
name is Natural Harmonia Gropius.
Dude, I hate the fact that he's called Gropius so much. Ah, Mr. Gropius, please keep your hands away from me.
I have no idea what that means, but I know Harmonia is also Ghetsis' last name. The Sandaloon Forest in Pokemon X and Y has the same exact layout as the Viridian Forest in Kanto. Rotom Fan has the ability to levitate despite being a flying type, which is already immune to the ground typing.
It sucks.
I thought this was a pretty widely known thing, although so
Yeah.
many people commented about it, so here it is. Scyther evolves into
Sucks.
Caesar, and
They have, wait for it. If you know what he's gonna say, type it in the comments right now. I'm gonna spoil it. 4, 3, 2, 1. They have the same base stat total. He doesn't actually get stronger. They have the same base stat total.
they both have the same exact base stat total. In the
I swear I didn't pre-watch this. I'm just a master of this
Generation
stuff.
5 games, there's some scattered NPCs around the Unova region that you can talk to in order to add some more instruments to the background music. In Pokemon X and Y,
Oh,
the
yeah,
Route 1
that's cool.
encounter is always a guaranteed catch. In Generation 1,
And so it is in Generation 7 and Generation 8.
Lickitung couldn't learn Lick, and Growlithe couldn't learn Growl. When you
That
leave a
always
Pokemon
frustrated
into daycare, it can still learn moves while it's leveling up. It will
There's Wailord and Skay in there.
just forget one of the 4 moves it already has. In Heart Gold and Soul Silver, though, a daycare Pokemon could even overwrite an HM move. Embor's Pokemon Black and
Oh.
White Dex entry says how it can throw a Fire Punch. Embor cannot learn Fire Punch in Pokemon Black and White. Shorts are comfy and easy to wear.
Yes,
Cryogonal
they
can
are.
learn the move Attract. Cryogonal's gender is unknown, so it will fail every time you go for it.
Yeah, no, the more ridiculous part about that is that Cryogonal can learn Attract when it literally looks like this.
Go for it. In Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, you can find some bike racks scattered around the Sinnoh region. If you interact with them, you are asked if you
What?
want to put your bike away like you normally would at any bike rack in real life. However, you don't put it in the actual bike rack though. You just put it in your bag like
Put
you
it in your
normally
bag.
would, which makes me wonder why they even bothered to add this feature.
That's so strange. Also, like, I mean, if you leave your bike there, then you're not gonna have your bike anymore, which would be not great.
Maybe this will return in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl so we can do it again on the Switch. The trees in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green version in the Viridian Forest look like buff men flexing, and now you can't unsee this. Not really a weird fact, but somebody commented about this, and now I can't unsee it either. The Ice typing is the only type with an equal number of physical moves and special moves. This will most likely change when we see more Pokemon games in the future, but it's kinda cool. In
No, they're gonna keep it equal
Pokemon
forever.
Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Puchienna you find on Route 101 to learn the Sneak mechanic will have Ice Fang, Fire Fang, or Thunder Fang, depending on which starter you pick. A lot of things in
Damn.
Pokemon that are seen as random chance, such as Wurmple evolving into Silcoon or Cascoon, isn't truly completely random.
Based off the stats?
This is because the calculations to determine how Wurmple evolves is based on a lot of factors like the personality value, which you can't see in-game, and at that, the personality value takes into account a lot of other values in the game. In Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, there's a trainer in the Battle Tower with the shiny Espeon. This is one of the very few instances where a random trainer has a shiny Pokemon on their team, and as a kid, this taunted me
Well
since
done.
I really wanted that shiny Pokemon, but didn't have any.
Well, it makes sense. I mean, like, how many Pokemon trainers are there really in every game? If there's a 1 in 8,000 chance to get a shiny Pokemon, then realistically, there should only be one shiny Pokemon per 8,000 trainer Pokemon. Which, if we put all the games together, I mean, how many trainers could there really be? I don't know. How many? Is there 8,000 trainers in the entire series? I don't know.
If there was a Pokemon that had every single type at once, it would still have one weakness in only Rock. While riding the
Must be the best typing. Thank you, Dwayne.
cable car in Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald up to Mount Chimney, there's a very small
What?
chance you'll see a hiker in the background climbing the mountain.
I've never
and
seen
those are
that.
just some useless Pokemon facts that don't really help you in any way.
No, this helps me in a lot. I am gonna get a Hypercarmon now so that I can become the Grass Slayer again. No, but thank you, Papa C, for letting me react to this. I appreciate it. Of course, his channel will be linked down in the description for you to go and subscribe to. He uploads a lot of cool videos. I really enjoy his How It Was Nintended series, in which he plays through a Pokemon game going by the guidebook. It's a really cool series. I would recommend that you check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you have not already, if you would like to. And also, my second channel is linked in the description as well, so you're probably missing out on some good content if you haven't checked that out yet. I do stream on Twitch every single day, and I have a Discord server, the Subnoodle Discord server. You do have to become a member to join, but it is fantastic. We've got a lot of people in there. You will make friends in there. It's absolutely amazing. Shout out to the Discord server. I appreciate you guys very much indeed. And if you're watching this right now, this is just a special message for you, all right? So I hope you liked it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next one. Bye. Thank you so much to our Twitch subs and YouTube members of the day. Remember, if you are a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, that both gives you access to the sub Discord. And I appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you so much, guys.